Mr. President, a second mod video has dropped. So due to popular demand, I have worked on trying to release my mod, and all the content I hinted at in the last video will be presented in this video. My goal is to make this mod something you can download in any playthrough that adds more stuff to the vanilla game or any modded playthrough without having lore or a new biome, preventing mod conflicts. Anyways, onto the video. First, there's new longbows I created. If you watched my last Terraria mod video, you'll know that I'm making a new subtype of weapons called longbows, which have higher critical chance, more damage, and more velocity at the cost of a slower use rate. I created a standard longbow which can be crafted with wood and a white string at a workbench. The other longbow I created is the brilliant longbow, a longbow which converts wooden arrows to brilliant arrows, which have a small chance of spawning homing projectiles that drop silver or gold coins. It's an upgrade to the regular longbow, and should rival the spiritual longbow from the last video. To craft it, you need 15 gold bars and a longbow. Nerd time. I'll quickly go in depth with how recipes work in Terraria modding, since I had to come up with a few recipes for some of the weapons introduced in this video and my last Terraria video. First, override the add recipes function in the mod item class and create a recipe for this item with the create recipe function. I'll just call it recipe for simplicity. To add an ingredient, use the add ingredient method and provide either a vanilla item ID or a custom mod item using modcontent.itemType. If you want to add an ingredient that includes more than one item, like any gold bar, which means either gold or platinum bars, you have to set up a recipe group. To do that, make a file that stores a mod system class. Make a static recipe group variable and override add recipe groups. Set the variable equal to new recipe group. Okay, so I know you may be thinking, what the hell am I looking at? But don't be scared. The first parameter is basically what the recipe group's name is. This little blurb actually just means any, but is written that way for localizing text in the mod for other languages. After that, put down the items you want. Here's the shortened code. To add a recipe group as an ingredient, use recipe.addRecipeGroup. Now to make it craftable in a specific tile, like with workbenches, use the recipe.addTile method and put in the tile ID. Finally, register the recipe so it appears in the game. While on the subject of range weapons, I also made the Ghostly Pistol, a gun that when fired shoots an extra bullet from a ghost gun that does a bit of extra damage. To craft it, you need 10 evil bars, illegal gun parts, and 25 purification powder. Another ranged weapon I made but will be an NPC drop in the future is the Tundra Assault Rifle, a ranged weapon that fires bullets but increases in fire rate after holding down. I also made this gun called Flash Freeze, which fires a big ball that inflicts Shiver. Shiver is a new debuff I came up with that damages enemies over time, and I might do something like lower defense, but I haven't checked if that would be balanced or not. As of now, I don't know what the crafting recipe should be, but I'll eventually come up with something after the mod is released. Want to guess how I made the glow effect? Also sprite batches. I also made this upgraded shotgun version of it called Hailstorm that I plan on making post Plantera. Also, like its predecessor, I don't really know what will be required to craft it just yet. For whatever material I end up making, I'm also going to be using it for the crafting recipe of this sword called Frostbite, which fires icicles for each swing. True melee swings deal damage and also inflict shiver. Like the sword, I have another ice-themed weapon for the mage class called the Ice Sorcerer's Book, which shoots icicles from above the mouse's position. I made a summoner weapon, but honestly this thing is just crap, and I'm not good enough with making a functional minion. I just can't seem to get them to work properly. This thing moves like a skinwalker. Anyways, all it does is shoot lasers at enemies. I'll try getting more used to making minions and fixing up the ones I have already. Now for accessories, I have 3. First, the old medkit is an early game accessory that drops from zombies and increases max health by 20. Since zombies also have a chance to drop shackles, it gives an incentive to fight them early on. Next, I have the silk cloth, which allows minions to set enemies on fire. There aren't really any early game accessories for summoner, so I thought this would fill in the gap just a bit. Finally, I saved the best for last. The Gleaming Shell is a pre-Skeletron classic accessory that increases damage by 10% and defense by 5 at the maximum number of stacks, which is 5. Stacks regenerate every 5 seconds, but getting hit makes you lose a stack. It encourages a risk and reward type of gameplay, discouraging reckless moves. I think it feels right for early game, but the defense will barely mean anything after entering hard mode. The crafting recipe should be available after this video drops. Now, onto the changes I made for the items from the previous video. I gave each of the items in the last video a recipe which should be up by the time this video is uploaded. You can use a mod like Recipe Browser to view them. I also made it so that using Jester arrows with the spiritual longbow increases damage by a constant number instead of multiplying this damage. In the video it's actually shown correctly, but I just read off my old plans for the weapon, hence the mistake. Finally, the mod needs an icon, and I came up with this. The mod should be available by the time this video gets uploaded, link in the description. If you are watching this far into my video, I'll give a bit of info regarding my next few uploads and what I plan on doing with this channel as a bonus. First, starting from the last video I made, I'm putting teasers during the time between video uploads. Hopefully this will create some excitement between videos, which will take me longer to make now that I'm starting another semester in college. Second, expect a variety of different content on my channel in the future. For now, I'm trying to focus on mainly Blender and Terraria modding videos, but I want to branch out. Another topic I'd like to mention is monetization. I know it's really early right now, and I'm at like 22 subscribers, but I want to get it across the board and see what people think. I don't want to beg for likes and subs, and I don't want to force anyone to give me money. But if you like what I create, you can watch more of what I produce and choose how you would like to support me. I want to be an honest person, making videos based on things I want to make for fun. My goal for this channel was to encourage myself to finish things and present them, even if it feels embarrassing or what I make is unfinished. At the end of the day, the experience matters more than the destination to me. It would be nice if I can do YouTube as a career, but at the end of the day, I want to make stuff that matters and not content like Elsa and Spider-Man pregnant videos or something. Whenever I can set up some method of financially supporting me, like channel membership, which looks like it will take some time, I'll make really low prices and I'll have like one medium price option. I don't mind receiving money, but I don't want to take a lot from others. So my plans for the prices are like $1, $2, and $3 US dollars, by the way. But I believe YouTube has to approve them first, so we'll see. I don't have specifics yet regarding channel membership benefits, and as I said, my channel isn't really close to the requirements for membership anyways, so nothing is set in stone yet. Another thing I want to talk about is sponsorships. I don't really know anything about sponsorships, but if I ever get an email or something asking me to promote some random unverified piece of crap, I'm not doing it. Unless I need the money badly, which in this economy probably, but I don't want to end up as one of those people that promotes garbage just because someone filled their pockets. I value authenticity and honesty. So if you do see a sponsorship on my channel in the future, it's probably promoting something I have a good amount of trust in or I would use myself. I didn't make this channel purely for money, but for freedom and motivation. I never finished any of my projects in the last 5 years, so I wanted to put an end to that. Instead of projects sitting in my drive untouched for years, I wanted to show them to others. My hopes are for that to encourage me to complete my projects and also help others do the same. Seeing that I'm already getting a lot of support, at least to me, in the comments or through liking my videos, has helped me feel that I made something worthwhile, and that was basically my goal from the start. My first Terraria mod video was something I published not expecting to get any attention, but after a week, multiple people have asked for things like a second part to that video, a release for the mod, and things regarding the channel. You can actually see how much getting 15 subscribers at the time and a few comments impacted me by how much time I spent working on my next upload and learning how to edit better. Your comments are really uplifting. So moving forward, I'll do my best with uploading quality content for free. Anyways, enough yap. Thank you so much and goodbye.